this guy wants to talk about dead people today. So I guess we're gonna talk about dead people today.
Well, not dead people per se. We're just gonna talk about death.
He wants to talk about people that died. Okay, that's what we're gonna talk about.
Oh my gosh. Well, not just like people that died, but like famous people that died, or just I don't know, just the way that life goes. They go in threes, bro. Because think about it, Burt Reynolds died today.
Okay.
Freaking what's your name?
Today's Thursday,
John
by
McCain.
the way. He died Thursday.
Yeah, shut up. I know today's Thursday. So stupid. Aretha Franklin died, and then John McCain died. True. So remember, bro, they go in threes, and I don't know if anybody's not heard that phrase before, but Mike has never heard that phrase before today.
Never heard that phrase before.
Yes, but it's a phrase where people say, like, when celebrities die, when one dies, they go in threes. It's just celebrities. And regular people, we go by millions because there's a billion of us.
So going millions? Come on now. So all right. Let me understand this, Damany, because I didn't even know about that. So he called me today and he told me, while we were on the phone, that Burt Reynolds died, and I really didn't even know that. Like,
so sad.
To me, he never really did anything, for me to, I guess, follow him.
What? Are you serious? You never watched any of Burt Reynolds' movies?
Yeah, I've watched his movies, but it wasn't like I'm his biggest fan to know exactly the time and date that he died. You know what I'm saying? Versus, somebody like Michael Jackson. I knew his like second hour of death. As soon as I heard a whiff of something was happening to Michael Jackson. I don't know if that makes sense, bro. Like,
damn, that's crazy. Okay, so were you one of these people? Did you cry when Michael Jackson died?
No, I didn't cry, but so
liar.
What I'm trying to say to you is that, what I'm saying, like, somebody died. Yeah, it's sad that he died, but what I'm saying, to me, it's just another person. Like, it's not.
Jeez. What? So hold on. So you don't feel bad when a person dies?
Yeah, I feel bad when a person dies, but just what makes him different from, I don't know, Joe Smo down the street?
Because a lot of people know his face.
Oh,
that's what makes it different. So, he changed a lot of people's lives with their music.
With his music?
Yeah, with his music, bro. You never seen like musician interviews when they have people run up to him or want to take photos with them. Like, yo, bro, you changed my life with that song. Yeah, I know you've seen that happens. That happens, bro. So I guess that's probably why they're like, people freak out when they die. And I mean, Michael Jackson did break a lot of like, he made a lot of records too.
So
not music records, but like records.
That's the thing. Who you talking about? You talking about Michael Jackson or Burt Reynolds? Because you confused me for a second.
Oh, well, all right. Well, I thought we were talking about Michael Jackson, but whatever. So Burt Reynolds had movies that touched people and changed their life,
Yes.
Come on,
yes.
yeah.
I was
same
confused
thing.
For a second. I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyways, so to me, whether or not his face was familiar or he was influential, bro, it just seems like it was just a regular person that died. It's sad, but not
it's
saying
life. That's nature.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
so then what about like Aretha Franklin or like what's his name, John McCain?
So I want to say the same thing. I want to say the same thing about those people, but somebody like Aretha Franklin really made like moves across the country. Like, she actually impacted people's life, I guess, indirectly, through her music, and that's something that, I don't know, to me is worth saying that's a loss. Like, this person, and the way they influence the world, this is definitely, and not saying that Burt Reynolds wasn't like that. To me he wasn't a person that,
just another person to you.
Yeah, just to me, and it's fine. And the same thing goes for John McCain, bro. He was very influential with the things that he did. So, and was doing at this current moment. And I
Yeah,
believe,
true. When he
you
was still
know,
alive, like
ex-
last week. That's crazy. They died. They both died like last week.
exactly.
Man, and then Burt
So,
Reynolds today. Damn, 7 days.
so you really think the money this they go in threes thing is like a
Yeah, bro.
seasonal thing?
Well, I wouldn't say I don't know about like a seasonal thing, but
Is
I'm
that?
sure
But
there's
that's
like
what you
time
said.
gaps between it. Well, like earlier, yeah, I did say that earlier, but there's got to be like a time gap between it because look at this, bro. It's only been like 7 days, and there you go, 3 of them today with Burt Reynolds, and then even when Michael Jackson died, it was like Michael Jackson, um, who else died with Michael
I
Jackson?
don't know,
Farrah Fawcett died the same day. Nobody even like Michael Jackson's death completely overshadowed her.
bro. His death overshadowed like 6 months worth of other news, bro, because they talked
Yeah,
about it for
a while,
good
yo.
while. Yeah, on the news everywhere. Like, yeah, that was yeah.
That's
That
crazy.
was
And remember
very
they had
impactful.
like I wouldn't say parades. What do you call like the funeral like you know when they have a bunch of cars or whatever? I
What is
wouldn't
that?
call it a
Oh,
funeral parade.
motorcade. Like
Motorcade, that's what it's called?
when they have all the cars just drive and travel with his casket in the back, or
Yeah, and they got like like ribbons on the and, like decorations and stuff and just kind of people walking behind it. Like I wouldn't say it's a parade. Well, whatever. That
so
they had that for
how
like
do
2
you
days.
feel?
It's crazy.
How do you feel about that, Damani? Like
What?
going to a open casket memorial or funeral, or just like what they did with Aretha Franklin. They had her casket open and they just have people come
Oh,
in.
for real?
Yeah.
I did not know her casket was open. So
Yeah.
what? The people would come in like touch her face and like squeeze her
Well, no,
cheeks
not
and stuff.
touch her face, man. that's yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. But it was like they
What?
had like a little barricade, like probably about 6 or 7 feet away from her casket, and you know
Man.
people. I think it was in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken, and people
Yeah, it was
came
in Detroit. Yeah.
and they walked and passed, looked at her casket. She had on some like I think she had on a red dress and some shoes, or I forgot what color dress she had on and some shoes and
Nice.
some really nice
Okay,
heels.
that's pretty good. At least she looked like really nice and peaceful.
But what
That's
do you
pretty
think
cool.
about it? How do you feel about that?
Well, my first question is how expensive are the clothes that she's wearing? Because
Well,
I mean,
I'm not even talking
they're
about
going
the
in the
clothes.
ground.
It's the whole like idea.
yeah, exactly. And I'm just breaking it up, bro. Breaking it into piece by piece,
okay.
man.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, those clothes. Like how much? How expensive? How expensive do you think it's acceptable for like clothing or like what kind of stuff the dead is wearing? How much money do you think is acceptable?
Um, that's a good question. I mean, so back in the day, like in Egyptian times, they used to like bury the kings and some people with like either like all these elaborate jewelry, or I think in like Roman times or
Yeah, they would
somewhere
definitely
around
do that.
that time they would like bury them with a coin on their eye, some mess like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the amount of valuable things that person acquired during their lifetime or whatever should be how much it's
What,
worth to
like
bury them
millions
with.
of
I don't
dollars?
know. Yeah, like
Yeah, well, that's kind of contrary because I mean you can't take it with you and all
I
that
know,
stuff.
I know.
That other people that are alive could possibly use it, can't use it because you got it with you.
But
And you're not using
didn't they? Isn't I could have sworn like what civilization used to think that like was it during like the Thor, or what was it called, the Vikings time, when
Oh yeah,
everybody
the
died?
Vikings time. What? And they burn. They shoot the arrow and put them on a little ship.
Well,
And
when
they
you
burn the ship
die,
out that sea.
when you die, depending on how many gold or how much money you had, that was what you were gonna use to try to get into Valhalla or something. I don't remember. Whatever. That's
That's
besides
crazy.
the point. But continue what you were saying though.
I just mean
hope
like
I answered
how
your
much
question, by the way.
money? You didn't answer the question at all.
Yeah,
I said how much money you think is acceptable. Okay, I'll simplify the
I
question.
answered your
how
question.
expensive? No, I said what kind of clothes you want to put on. Like how expensive the clothing do you think you should be? You're talking about Vikings.
So what I was trying to say, I thought you said how much like you know what I'm saying, expense.
Yeah,
Or,
I know what you're saying. That don't matter. I'll simplify it. How much money do you think is acceptable to spend on a funeral? Like 8,000,
a
9,000.
funeral in general.
A funeral. A funeral. The whole thing. The whole car parade, funeral parade. It's not called a funeral parade. I don't remember what the damn thing is called.
Just a funeral.
No, the one with the caravan when you got like the driving.
I
with
see
the
what
dead
you're
person on the
saying.
car.
Oh, now
Yeah,
I get what you're. Okay, so
like all that,
like I was saying, it all depends on how much that person, like, I don't know how much money you had before you died, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yeah. So if this person, and then especially if the person was influential or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure this person goes out in style. Like, when I die, I want a big celebration. Not people in mourning. I want them to celebrate the fact that I live. I want them to be happy. I'm a happy person, so I want them to be happy at my funeral, and I want to go out in style. You know what I'm saying? I want to be cremated.
Yeah, true.
And
you don't want to be cremated, or do want to be cremated?
I do want to be cremated, and I think it'd be good to
okay.
just spread my ashes all over the world. Just throw that motherfucker in the air and just, you know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Like, yeah,
all right,
bro.
True. Throw it inside the ocean, or like go over to the Amazon
ocean,
and throw it out of a helicopter or something?
Wherever in the air, like fucking 20,000 feet in the sky or something, bro, and just let all my ashes just flow in the air and just, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah,
it's not bad. So no location is no problem then. You like, say for example, you go to somebody's house and like just put the ashes under a rug or something.
No, bro, not no damn rug. I don't want to be in a rug. I just told you where I want to. Did you not just hear what I said? Like,
okay. So
my point is,
I'll be in my apartment and just like throw the ashes out the window or something.
No, Damani, no. I just told you exactly how I want to go. Everybody, I feel like should have their wishes when they die, or if they know they're gonna die, they have to have some type of idea how they want to go. Just like how John McCain, before he died, he said exactly how he want his life to be celebrated, right? Specifically.
Oh, for real? Well, he had like a video will or something.
Well, I don't know.
So that way
I don't know if he had a video will or what, but based on these news outlets, one of the things that stuck out was that he didn't want Trump at his what do you call it? His funeral.
His funeral at all. That's crazy, and his wife went. That is crazy, yo.
Which was
I can't believe
his wife? I thought it was his daughter, but was it both? I thought it was his daughter.
Yeah, I think probably both. Probably his wife and his daughter went, but Trump couldn't go. That is insane.
But yeah, I think for one, that's like the biggest spit in the face. Like, damn.
Well, no spit in the face. He deserved that. Come on, man.
Saying?
Look how Trump. Everybody saw how Trump and McCain relationship was. Come on, that was on Front Street. Everybody knew how it was. So even if Trump would have went there, they know that he's just fronting. Like, everybody would know, and the whole world would know. So, I mean, it makes sense, but that's crazy. That's like the first time in history I think that's happened.
It's just against the norms, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
kind of moving on. I just feel like whenever you die and you should have some type of wishes to how you go out, and that's how I want to. Well, not go out. What happens after you go?
Yeah, it happens with your body. All right, cool.
Yeah,
but no, since you said you want to become ashes, you ever seen this? I remember I saw this video on Facebook where they can take your ashes and turn them into like a gem or a diamond or whatever.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
And then you can make it into jewelry.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah, and be like a family heirloom or something.
It all depends how it's done. Depends on how much money you had when you were alive. So if you had $5 when you were alive, you get a $5 go after party. You know what I'm saying?
Then what about and what do you think about that's kind of fucked up? Or if you got like $2, you just die in the alley or something.
I'm only kidding, though. I'm just kidding.
But no, you're not kidding. That's real life. What do you mean? When a bum dies, some people find freaking rats chewing on his eyeball in the alleyway, and nobody cries. Damn, that's so fucked, man. That's a human life.
Yeah, realistically, that is how it happens. That's exactly what happens.
That's life. That's how it happens. But that's so messed up because, I mean, a life is a life. How you going to put a value on a life like that?
That's
Or I guess, okay, how about this? Maybe you could probably value somebody else's life depending on how many lives that person influenced or touched. So that makes that life worth more. That's
what
why people like cry and freak out when Aretha Franklin and like, obviously, uh, John McCain. I mean, I would say Burt Reynolds, but to you, he's just a regular person.
you said not with John McCain.
I said with John McCain,
Oh,
yeah.
oh yeah, okay. And then yeah, so I just don't know, bro. Maybe Burt Reynolds was more for the older generation. You know what I mean? Like he
But he was in other movies like like Get Him to the Greek or whatever. You seen that movie?
I know he's been in a couple of newer stuff too, like or comedy. Like he was in was it I think like Longest Yard with what is his name? Again?
With Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler, yeah, yeah. So I've watched some of his movies. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. It's just that I wasn't looking out there looking for who died today on TV. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I mean, I know I made a joke about it, but realistically, bro, it's, you know what I'm saying? If I died and I don't know, one of these person would never know I died and wouldn't even cry for me. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that he was on TV and he was famous doesn't really make
that makes
him,
it worth crying for. Yep.
No, not necessarily.
Just because he was famous.
No, it's not. There's nothing. It doesn't influence me in any way. Like, he didn't change my life. He made movies. He got rich off of my dollar. Good for him. You know.
What? You barely even watch that guy's movies, yo. You said he's for the older crowd.
Yeah, it's for the older crowd. But I did watch one or two movies that he was in. He still got my dollar, right? And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It just, doesn't do anything for me.
So it's okay. So what kind of celebrity would die that would impact you like hard? I think I know who you're gonna say, but who?
That would impact me hard?
Yeah, like if they die, you'd be like, damn, that person died. Like, man, I'll mess up my whole day or something.
I think if Obama.
I knew you were gonna say that. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are like that,
yo. Yes. If something happened to Obama, I think everybody would be hooked to the TV, man. Like,
yes.
Oh
what,
my
man?
gosh.
People would freak out, man.
Freak out to be like, yo, what's going on? Like, not even die, bro. Like, if anything happened to him, like, if he got sick, like, yeah, bro.
Well, I mean, I doubt when like presidential, like past presidents get sick, they have like access to the best of the best, bro. Just look how long John McCain lived. He only died because he decided he wanted to stop the treatment.
Yeah, but so, I mean, at what point in your life where you're sick, and you know what I'm saying, you decide it's just enough is enough, like the medication is not working. Instead of dragging your life on, you just go, like you let nature take its course.
Let nature take its course.
Yeah.
And what? And just like use your money to travel the world.
Yeah, just travel the world, enjoy yourself, and because all right. So I'm gonna ask you a question, right, Damany?
What's up?
And hopefully I can get an honest answer, Damany.
All right, what's up?
All right, so say for instance, right, you're married and you got cancer. Cancer in your either brain cancer or testicular cancer. That
it can't be testicular. You gotta pick something else, man. No. Yeah, it could be like ass cancer, ass cheek cancer or something.
Yeah. Why ass cheek cancer? Why ass cheek? That's so random.
Well, what do you mean? They don't just ass cheek cancer.
So listen to me.
Only in the left cheek,
man. So it's either brain tumor or nuts or testicular cancer, right?
All right, so there gotta be only one. I gotta at least have one nut left.
Listen. Just you have to choose one, and then when you choose one, you can either choose either one of them, or when you choose one, you have to say whether you take the consequence or you choose to just live your life until, you know what I'm saying, you die. So choose one. Would you
Well,
rather
no, I would
have?
definitely just live my life.
No,
Bump
no.
that.
Listen. You gotta
If I
answer
got
this.
freaking testicular cancer, of course I'm
You
not
gotta
gonna.
answer-
No, I'm not cutting
bro.
that shit off. You're crazy.
You gotta answer the scenario first, bro. I'm not done. So
I'm answering the scenario. I'm not cutting off my nuts.
I didn't even tell you what the consequence is, bro. Just listen, man.
That's the consequence. You ain't got no
Listen.
nuts.
Right. I'm not even there yet. Just listen, bro. So pick one.
It's a long ass question, man. All right, go.
Do you prefer to have brain cancer or do you prefer to have testicular cancer? Which one?
All right, so if I got brain cancer, is it the kind of cancer where I can't move or walk or
Oh
do
my
anything?
gosh, Damany. Just pick one, man. Do you prefer to have testicular cancer or brain cancer?
Well, I ain't cutting off my nuts, so I'd rather have brain cancer.
All right.
Well,
so
but look, because I mean you're gonna
Oh
die
my
anyway. So
gosh.
if I'm gonna die, I'd rather go out fucking.
So you have brain cancer, right? You're married, you're with your family, and you start using what do you call it? Chemotherapy, and you start racking up like millions and millions of dollars. You get to live an extra 10 years after the doctor told you was gonna die in 2. And your family is you're just sucking your family dry. Would you continue to do that if the doctor tells you can live another 10 years, 20 years? Or,
No, of course not.
Or
I would not
you
do
just take
that.
the money or take all your money, go spend it, and live the rest of your life with your family?
Yeah, man, live the rest of my life with my family. Forget that. That's
Yeah.
all I'd be doing.
So
That's all I'd be. Because think about it. What quality of life are you going to be living
Exactly.
after you're taking all those, medications and stuff? I mean, that's just what some people, everybody has their choice. But it all depends on what the quality of life is. Like doing chemo and all that stuff, man, sometimes the chemo works, but like 65% of people that just extends their life, but they don't have any quality. They're just kind of just alive.
what I think
What?
is
Everybody has their choice.
I think the medical industry is set up so that they can make money off of you, and doing that, sometimes it means damaging sorry about that. Sometimes
Stupid
it means
dog. Tell that dog shut up.
Right? Sometimes it means damaging your health in order to quote unquote extend your lifespan. But it does extend your lifespan, but at what cost? Like Damany said, and what I'm saying, what other things, health problems are you gonna have?
Yeah, because you got no immune system now
Exactly.
after the chemo, so you can get sick from just being around
So you
crowds.
get sick, and then you end up
somebody
having
sneeze
to
in
go
your
take
face.
additional medicine for that illness.
Yup.
It's just
Pharmaceuticals got you at that point,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
They're making racks off of you.
Yeah,
Oof.
man. You might as well just if that happens to me, man. I just what I'm saying. If no
Yeah.
like natural remedy is out there,
Well, yeah, definitely talking about natural remedy, bro. That's probably one of the first things I would do. That's probably the first thing I would do. Chemo and all that stuff would probably be the last resort. But I would first figure out if there's any natural type anything that I can take, because hey man, nature has all the answers. Where do you think all these
Exactly.
drugs come?
Exactly.
They come from nature.
Exactly.
So there's a natural something combination, whatever that'll work. Like Dr. Sebi kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that Dr. Sebi talk about. You know about Dr. Sebi?
I don't know about Dr. Sebi. Who's that?
What, bro? You gotta look into Dr. Sebi. So Dr. Sebi is long story short. Dr. Sebi is like
Dr.
this
Sebi.
this dude that's from Brooklyn. He was born like in, I don't know, but all I know is that he died when he was like 89. But he's all about like natural like remedies and naturopathy type stuff, and like natural foods. The kind of foods that you eat can like heal your gut. So pretty much what he says is like all the diseases that exist, they arise from your gut essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So based off of the kind of foods that you eat, if they cause inflammation, then you're gonna start getting either high blood pressure. You're gonna like easily get sick. It's gonna lower the pH of your body. All that stuff is just branched from inflammation inside your gut. So he has like, I kind of don't want to go all into it because it gets real deep. But if you guys ever have any time, just feel free to go on like YouTube and watch type in Dr. Sebi and just watch any of the videos. It doesn't really matter which one,
Is
because
he
most of his videos are
was he like
packed with information.
was he like a old like from old school like old dude?
Yeah, he was old, bro. He was like born in Brooklyn. He had so what he did, he like cured people from like blindness and AIDS and like hepatitis. He cured like he cured a lot of stuff.
The
But the
black
thing
dude?
about him is, yeah, black dude, old black dude, Dr. Sebi. The thing about him is that because he doesn't have like a license to practice medicine, the government was like getting on his case because he was curing people of all these diseases in New York, and like proven like he cured like Aaliyah from hepatitis or whatever. Left Eye. If you go on again, Google that, you'll see.
Aaliyah or Left Eye? Which one?
Aaliyah, Left Eye is the same person.
No, it's not the same person, Damani.
They're not the same person?
No, Aaliyah and Left Eye is not. Damani, go. I want to say something
no, bro.
really
Are you
bad
sure?
to you
Hold
right
on
now.
a second.
What do you
Aaliyah, hold
mean
on a
if
second.
I'm
Let me see
sure.
real quick.
Of course I'm sure.
Let me see. I'm
I
pretty
can't
sure
believe
they're
you
the same
just said
person.
Aaliyah. Hey, guys. If you ever see this man in public, please slap the shit out of him for saying
so
that.
stupid. No, I'm gonna see this real quick. Let me Google this on my phone real quick.
Aaliyah and Left Eye is not the same person.
Hold on, man.
Are you serious? Aaliyah went out with R. Kelly, and Left Eye went out with a football player.
Hold on. Let's see what pops up.
I cannot believe.
Okay, never mind.
I cannot believe you said that Aaliyah.
Well,
and
one
Left
of
Eye
those
is the same
two, yo.
person.
It's one of those two.
No.
Well,
you gotta
look,
figure out who it is.
I mistakenly say Aaliyah. It's one of those two. Well, forget about those. But he was curing people with like blindness and AIDS and all that stuff in New York. And the Supreme Court got on Dr. Sebi's case because he doesn't have a license to practice. So then he's like one of the only people that actually won his case against the Supreme Court, like in history. Like one of like a very few people that actually beat their case against the Supreme Court. Because he had like all these results from all the people that he was healing from their diseases, and they would come in there and give their personal testimony and have video and pictures of stuff of how they were before, blind or with AIDS or whatever, and how they are now. And they point at him like, yeah, bro, this is the guy that he cured me of this stuff. And then obviously the pharmaceutical company and all that stuff started getting on him, and then he couldn't live in the U.S. comfortably anymore in peace, and then he moved to Honduras. And then he has his own little village and stuff down there. But I don't want to get into all that because it gets real deep. But if you guys ever have any time, just feel free to go on Google and type in like Dr. Sebi and just watch any video of him speaking about like the kind of foods and stuff you should eat and everything. It's pretty interesting stuff. It's pretty cool. But back to what we were talking about, yeah, I would definitely do, if I had like any kind of cancer or anything, I would definitely do natural naturopath, anything before I do any kind of chemo.
Aaliyah and Left Eye, same damn person.
Oh man,
The
they're
hell
not
is
the
wrong
same
with you?
person. I thought they were the same person, yo.
Shaking my damn head. What is wrong?
Oh
with you?
well, listen, they're both cute. They kind of look like the same. They kind of look the same, don't they? They kind of look the same.
I can't believe I could call you my friend, bro, for saying some crap like that. You're.
Shut up.
Anyways, moving on.
Whew.
Yeah.
All
So
right. But, yeah, well, go ahead.
You know, kind of raise that all the way back up to what we were talking about. So, like I said, I don't know if I answered your question. I'm pretty sure I did about the worth of
I don't even know.
of a funeral, but I I did. What I really want to ask you though, Damani, in terms of funeral, because you still didn't answer my question about
What?
So I don't know how I feel about doing an open casket funeral. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that was a little, I don't know if I want to say
Scary?
weird. No, it's not scary, but I don't know, man. I always feel like and this is mostly for like big like people, famous people. I almost feel like it's kind of exploiting that person. Yeah,
Nah,
the
what
open.
nah, it's not. I don't feel like
Yeah.
that's exploiting them,
Well,
especially
yeah.
if it was their decision.
Well, I guess you're right. I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, when they're alive, couldn't you see them? The only difference is that they're just kind of look like they're sleeping and they're not gonna move.
I guess.
Unless you're scared that you're scared that they're kind of gonna pop up and kind of like grab you or
No,
something.
man. Like I feel like if you die, um,
Nobody should see you.
it's not no
In
one
your
can see you.
shame.
It's just
You're just dead. Come on.
I just feel like you die and you should go rest peacefully, like not like kept out for another 2 weeks so people can look at you and I don't know, man.
So then, hold on. So then,
I
when
always think
somebody
it's weird.
dies, do you think that you should like have the funeral like that day?
Um, I don't know, man. Maybe I've always thought funerals were kind of peculiar. It's kind of well, maybe not the right word. I always think it was odd. It was just this is weird. Like I don't want to go to a funeral to see a dead person lay there just and then sing. And I don't know, man. It's
What the heck? So then, hold
it's
on a
just
second. So when you
weird.
have like a relative that dies, you're not gonna go to that person's funeral because it's
Yeah,
weird.
I've went just for respect, but I don't. I always get this eerie feeling, man. Like I
It
don't
always
know.
feels
I
weird.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but it just feels like it feels wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I shouldn't be doing that. Like this person died. You know, they should be resting in the ground. I shouldn't be here looking at them and like singing and
Well,
and like
nah. I
people
mean,
just
especially
keep
if you're
walking around and
celebrating the
crying
person's
and,
life.
yeah, but it's depressing, bro. It's never like exciting. Like when you go to, have you ever gone to somebody's funeral and see people laughing and giggling and drinking beer?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've been to a funeral like that before. Well, I've been to
Every funeral,
yeah, bro.
every funeral I've been to, bro, especially when the body's there, people are
Oh
crying.
no, not when the body's there.
Yeah,
no,
bro,
When
that's-
not
and that's what
partying
I'm
when
s-
there's like an open casket and
that's what I'm
drinking over their
saying. Like,
body.
so Caribbean people, they are Jamaican specific. They do nine night. So you know what nine night is, right?
Nope.
So that's the night before, could be even two nights before the funeral.
Excuse me.
Oh, bless you, God bless you, sir.
Gracias. We had a funeral with what?
Yeah, the night before the funeral, family, friends, they gather together, they cook like food and they drink and it's like a party. Like it's like a real
celebration of the person's
celebration. Yeah. Right before the funeral, and then the next day, it's always so depressing, bro. Because I remember when I was a little kid. Maybe it's just because I'm a little like, I don't know, like maybe I have like just bad experience and because I was
Well, you got traumatized
I
at
got
a
a little trauma. Yeah,
funeral or
exactly. I
something?
got a little traumatized, so maybe that's why.
Whoa,
but
what happened? Like, did the body fall on you or something?
No, I just used to always, I have older relatives, so back then, like when I was a little kid, like a lot of them died when I was a little kid, so
Damn.
I would go.
Oh, so you went to mad funerals, like
went to a
10 in a
couple
week or
funerals,
something.
and it was always weird to me, man. I didn't like that feeling. Like I was, all these people like crying and like people got smiles on their face and just like there's a dead body in the room, and sometimes
Yeah.
you can like when you walk close to it, it smells like
What?
I don't know, bro. It's just weird.
Why are you smelling the body? You're getting way too close. That's why you're getting traumatized. If you're
weird, man. I
smelling
don't
the
know.
dead body, is
know.
not cool.
I don't know, but yeah. So
Yo, so okay, so hold on a second. So when you go like close to the body, you ever like, what about the people like go up to a dead body and like kiss the body on the cheek and like
yeah,
hug them
bro,
and
like
stuff?
that, all of that stuff. I think it's I don't know, man. Look, we're gonna move on from this topic. It's starting to freak me out now. And
Why are you getting freaked out? Oh, I know what happened. At the funeral, one of the stitching came off in the eye. And
Oh
I
my
popped over
God.
when you were looking at it or something.
Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah.
Well, But look, the good thing about when you die, you don't gotta worry about all that. Just get cremated like the same day.
Yes.
There you go, bro. Get turned into a diamond ring and become a family heirloom or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I was actually thinking about that when I was seeing that video on Facebook, because they can make like some nice designs, like almost like, you ever seen Ethiopian opal before?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so imagine like the rainbow but inside of a rock, and like it's really hard to explain. Ethiopian opal is, that shit is very colorful. I mean, it's kind of like the base of it is like a white color, but at angles when you have like the light bounce off of it, it has rainbow colors. And not every rock has the same exact rainbow colors, but man, it's gorgeous. I forgot what I was talking about, man.
You're talking about turning your ashes into what do you call it? Diamonds, bro.
Oh yeah, into diamonds.
Opal,
so yeah,
Indian opal.
Damany.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a question, man. What are you meditating on, bro? Like, are you on the greenery or something?
Wait, what kind of question is that? Why are you asking me that? Why?
Because you just
got talking about Ethiopian opal.
How do you forget what you're talking about?
Because I'm really because I'm really into Ethiopian opal, bro. I was just like imagining it. Like I got a very vivid imagination, bro. I'm lost in that shit. It's gorgeous, man. I'm telling you, you're only saying that because you've never seen it. You gotta see this shit, and not even on the computer, bro. I'm talking like in person. This shit is dope.
I just think it's funny because you're on the topic you were talking about, and you just forgot that easy. Like you're talking about it, and you're like, oh, I forgot what I was talking about.
Oh man, but I did kind of smoke before we started recording.
There you go.
Yep. Oh shit. All right, but yeah, so let's get back on topic, man. So funerals. So all right. So okay. So how about this, Mike? When you go and you get like cremated, would you want to have a little caravan behind the body, and then the car that's holding your body?
No.
You want no caravan, little parade?
I'm a very like practical, realist. Like I don't care about that stuff, man. Like, when I die, it's just be simple with. Or, I want to be simple with it. I don't want people to waste a whole bunch of money.
On a dead person. That's crazy. That's what blows my mind.
Yeah,
like put the family in debt.
That's why you get. That's why you get insurance, bro. You get life insurance, so that your life insurance covers that.
Yeah, true. But bro, I know I seen they have these commercials on TV of people that don't have the life insurance that covers everything, and people still just come out of funerals like in debt.
Bro,
crazy.
Do you know how much a funeral costs, bro? I did not know a funeral is that expensive.
Yeah, man.
Like a funeral could run you anywhere from like 10 to 20 grand, bro, easily. Like what the heck? What are you trying to be buried in some chrome or what?
Yeah, like platinum, like a platinum casket or something.
That's insane, bro. You see, like, all right, see some of these like mortuaries, bro. Like I thought they're supposed to be like low key. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not even supposed to know they exist, and you go like in the South, and they're like extremely elaborate. I think I went to I don't remember if it was like in North Carolina. Or if it was like in Louisiana or something, like you was driving past and they had like the caskets outside, bro.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, man.
Wow. Like, so a bunch of caskets like on the side of the road?
Yeah. No, not on the side of the road. Like it was like a, like a, what do you call it? Like a carport, like a car lot, kind of. They're like outside, like for sale signs on them and whatnot. It was weird.
What?
This is exactly why.
Wait,
look, man. I don't know why we're talking about. This is exactly why I don't want to talk about it, man. It's just too.
Wait, hold on. It's like
too weird.
Yeah, hold on. It's a car lot that has selling instead of cars. It's
look,
selling.
Man. We're not gonna talk about this anymore.
Yo, that's crazy. Where? Hold on. Wait. So it's like a car lot of damn. What's the word? The damn caskets. It's a car lot of caskets.
We're gonna move past this, Damany.
Oh, hold on, wait. You can't just say car lot of caskets and just move on from that. What the hell? You're crazy. Hold on, is that in California or something, or is that in
No, it's
Texas?
not. I don't. I think it was in Louisiana when I saw that, or I don't know
Damn,
if
that is
it was
some weird
somewhere.
shit like you would only
Yeah,
see in
man, and that's what I
Louisiana.
told you, bro. I think it's because I've had some really bad experiences, bro. I don't want to talk about this anymore. We're moving past this.
What do you mean? The whole show's about death. Are you serious?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm telling you, bro. You were at a funeral and stitching opened up and their mouth opened up and you smelled them. Ooh.
So let me ask you a question, man. If one, so if you had a dream, right, of the Undertaker or what's his name, Death, with his knife or whatever, come to you, is that what does that mean? Like,
I don't know. I'm not into like interpreting dreams or whatever. I guess that's one of those things you would have to like. I don't know. Did they have books and stuff?
if that
Like
happened
if
to you,
you
would you freak out, bro?
if well nah just run, bro. That's all you can do. It's my dream. That's probably the best thing about dreams, bro. It's my dream. I control it. Fucking just grow wings and fly away, and death would just be like shaking his fist at me.
Imagine
You
if
dag nabbit,
you
and I'm
imagine
flying.
if Death really looked like that, like a black dude, a black suit dude or whatever, with a hoodie over his head with a damn,
Yeah,
what do they
yeah,
call that?
black cloak. It's a skeleton. He's a skeleton with a black cloak, bro, with a
Black coat.
scythe.
There you go, with a scythe. Yeah,
Yo, that's crazy.
coming to
That
get you
would be
in the
kind of
night.
scary.
Dude, that was,
Well, I don't know why nobody like try to like break apart the bones or something. It's like hit him with a hammer.
money's not real. I just was talking out my ass. You're over here talking about breaking bones with hammer. Like, what is wrong with you?
Well, no, because think about it. How many like movies and TV shows death as this freaking frail little skeleton running around in a cloak?
Yeah, but Death always has like these like imaginative powers, bro. Like in especially like Family Guy. Look at Family Guy.
Yeah, what do you mean? Death has a girlfriend in Family Guy.
You're an idiot, yo. I hate this guy.
You're an idiot. You're talking about Family Guy. That's the worst example ever. Ostriches tap dance in Family Guy, my friend. Ugh, shit. But no, so all I'm saying is that all the TV shows and movies that has death running around, a bunch of frail little bones, what they never like try to trick death, be like, all right, death, you got me. I'll go with you. Just chill. I'll go with you.
Yeah,
And like have a hammer like in their pants or whatever. And like, all right, like act like they're not going with death, and it's like, blow, hit him over the head with a hammer, and it's like dip. These skeletons, bro.
I guess they're trying to be like realistic. Like, what if this really is happening to you? Like, you're not thinking about doing that to death. 'Cause if death came to you in your sleep, bro, to really take you away because you really died in your sleep, you know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? Like, you might be in a different state of mind. I don't know what happens when you really die. I'm just talking.
Well, I'm pretty sure when you die, it's something instead of it something like scary. I'm sure it's something that's like really relaxing. Like it's the most euphoric feeling in the world. Like the best sleep ever.
But you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But possibly for an older person, that would make sense. Somebody that's
like somebody that dies in their sleep.
Yeah.
So are you saying that people that die in a fire, they're suffering?
Yeah, dude. I think that's like one of the worst ways to go. That and drowning.
What? I think drowning is a really peaceful way to go, man.
No, bro. Have you ever seen somebody like drown before, bro? Or drowning? Or have you ever gotten water up your nose and feel how that shit?
It hurts. It feels horrible.
So how is that the easiest way or the quickest way?
Well, I mean, if you had to, I wouldn't say the easiest or quickest, but I mean, if you had to like pick a way, it's better than like getting burned alive. If I had to pick between burning and drowning alive, I'd rather just drown.
But when you're burning, after a while, you don't feel it anymore.
What?
Yes.
Nah, man.
Seriously.
That's horrible. You're gonna be just screaming because you're dying, and it's a horrible last thing to see. There's a bunch of flames.
So
what?
I mean, I was gonna say, ask anyone that has been burnt before, but after a certain like degree of burning, it's already burning away your sensory organs, bro, or your sensory cells on your skin. After a while, you won't feel it anymore.
Yeah, same thing with drowning. Like, you won't feel it after like I don't know, 10 seconds.
Because you'd be dead. That's why.
Exactly. What do you mean? That's a much more peaceful way to go than getting burnt.
Bro,
Like if I'm drowning, I'd rather be like drowning,
yes,
like
but
hanging around a bunch of dolphins or something.
You're right. It's probably more peaceful. I mean, they're both gonna hurt just as much because you're probably gonna go faster drowning versus burning. But
Oof.
if the way I want to go in my sleep, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
why I
you gotta
always
go to
fall
sleep.
asleep on the airplane. If the airplane falls out the sky, I just want to die in my sleep, bro.
Or you could just crash and wake up burning.
No. Money, why you gotta make
burning
it? Why
in
you
jet
gotta,
fuel.
why you gotta make it?
You know, jet fuel. What do you mean? Jet fuel burns so high and so fast, you
That
won't
is
feel
true.
it. Just like, oh, you won't feel it, bro. What do you mean?
That's stupid.
All right, so if I had to pick like a way, okay, so what about like jumping off of like a roof,
No,
like a skyscraper?
suicide.
Yeah, well, not suicide. Say like I don't know, like a skyscraper's blowing up and you're like you got to jump off like I don't know the 150th floor
I don't know, bro.
and try to slide down or something.
That's kind of hard because I feel like you have to go through those like those 7 or was it 6 stages of grief. Or
Yeah,
7?
real fast. You got like
you gotta
15
go
seconds.
through all of those for I don't know, man. That's kind of hard, bro. Like you're in a pretty bad pickle right there. Like the building is burning down and you're on like the freaking 50th story or 50th floor, and the only way out is to jump through the window, and you jump through the window, you're just gonna hit the ground. Like
Yeah, exactly. And you better make sure you hit head first, so that way you won't feel anything. You're
bro.
done.
That's
that's probably. Well, I mean that's a horribly, really scary way to die because
yeah, bro. Because
that's real scary.
I think that's worse than getting burned alive, bro.
But at least you'll be able to see what it feels like to be weightless for a while.
No, oh my gosh.
You're flying. You're like, hey, I can fly. Whoa! And it's like laying on your head. And you're good.
I think you're a cynical guy, bro. Is that the way you'd prefer you jump through the window?
No, I wouldn't like prefer. If I had to choose, I'd choose like not dying at all and being like cryogenically frozen or something. But since we're just talking about death in this show, this is the show death. All right, so Mike, I got a question for you. So do you think the type of death you see when you die is determined on how you die? So if somebody like being burned alive is gonna see like the death with the sheath and whatever and the cloak, and then the old person dying in their sleep is gonna see like just the light and like feel super calm, something like that.
So, say it again. So
what kind of death do you think a person experiences? Do you think the type of death that the person sees when they die is determined on how they die?
So you're saying that if I
like
jump
if
out the
your
window
sleep.
and I see that I'm gonna hit the ground and die, that's how I'm gonna die? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Okay. So say you're jumping out the window and like as you're falling to your death or whatever, you would see like the little bones and cloaks with the sheath death, like like all scary and stuff. Yeah, as opposed to if you're old and you're about to die in your sleep, it's like really relaxing and it's just a light. You just walk towards the light or whatever.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know, man. That's a good question. I would hope that it's like, so basically what you're saying is right as I'm about to die, like death is anticipating that I'm gonna die, so he's just coming for me. Basically, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much coming for you, but they come from you in different ways. Like, you're still going to die.
Yeah.
But you can either die in, like, terror with the little bones and sheath chasing you or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you could die peacefully where you're just, like, walking towards the light.
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
But what you see is determined by how you die.
Man, I don't know, man. That's a good question. That's like a fistaloff. What? I always mess this word up.
Falafel. Philosophical question.
There you go. I can never say it right.
Man, I'm sitting there drinking water, man. You got me spitting water all over the place. He said, that's a falafel. shit, man. That went up my
It's,
nose,
it's okay. I
and
can't
that
say.
shit burned,
I
yo.
can't say
Oh my gosh.
synonym. Oh man, why I can never say that word?
Cinnamon?
Yeah, I can't say that word right either, man. I always mess
Wait,
it up.
cinnamon or synonym?
No, I can say synonym. I just can't say synonym.
That doesn't make any sense. How can you say synonym but you can't say
I
synonym?
don't know, bro. I have to slow it down to get it right.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay, try to say it right now.
Synonym.
So wait. Okay, wait. Say synonym.
Synonym.
How can you say synonym but you can't say cinnamon?
I don't know.
That don't make any sense. That don't make any sense, man.
Hey,
you're not trying hard enough, man.
Yes,
you're
I
giving
am,
up
man.
halfway,
hey,
man.
Hey, don't make fun of my issue, bro. What's wrong with you? That's bullying right there, bro. Come on now.
What? You're less distic? I know there's some people that didn't get that. They're probably less distic.
You're an idiot,
Oh
bro.
my gosh, yo. What do you mean? You're the one that can't say synonym? Synonym.
All right,
Stupid.
back to the topic at hand, bro.
Alright, so death, man. But the thing about death is like, it's a part of life, yo. It's a part of life. You gotta accept it. It's one of those things where, okay, honestly, I got a question for you. At what age do you think people get comfortable with death? Obviously not a young child or like even early 20s. What age do you think people get comfortable with death?
So, I think it's after you're not actually comfortable with death until your body gives out on you, and I think that's probably where John McCain was. Like, he seems like he just had the will to live, dude. Cause look what happened to him. Like, he was captured after his plane got shot down. He got his shoulders broken. He got like tortured. And he was away from his family for about 4 or 5 years or something like that. And this man came back to the States. Like, he ran for senator, became a senator. He's been a senator. Then he did all these like things. He tried to run for president, even though he didn't win. He stayed in government still. He helped write a bunch of bills. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he just kept going on. And then he found out he had cancer. And then even though he had cancer, he kept pushing. And he just got to a point where I feel like his body just gave out. He just
when you stopped. He got tired of the procedures and stuff.
And I think that's probably where certain people, that's probably what starts to happen in terms of age or just sickness, illness, whatever. Like, your body just gets tired and it just can't go any further. And I think that becomes a point to where
So you're saying that after your body starts getting tired, that's the only time people get comfortable with, like, yo, I'm just okay to go?
I think that's a fair statement. When you're older, you know that it's
I mean, you
about
lived
to be
a good
my
life,
time.
yeah.
You live a good life, especially if you don't see
90
anything
years.
that's wrong with it. Like, I lived a good life. I know I'm not as healthy. My body is aging, and it's not like I'm gonna live to see freaking 200. Like, your body it goes through a certain life cycle. It starts young, and when it gets to the point where it just can't sustain, like,
it's time to go, man.
It's
time to go.
Like,
what I mean,
your
would you
body's
even want if you could
programmed
live?
to die. Huh?
Yeah, body is programmed to die. But I mean, if you could live like 200 years old, would you even want to? Because I mean,
So
after you're like 90, your body's kind of like you're just like shot,
so
kind of like walking around.
yes and no. So I believe that's like one of the greatest cures, right? Is what's it called? The fountain of youth, or the cure to death. Like, if your body, if healthcare can figure out a way to stop the body from aging, that would be the biggest, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. They would make so
success
much
in medicine.
Yeah,
From
that'd be crazy.
when they figured out how to remove an organ or open up the body or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like it's that that's human. That's gonna be human or mankind's greatest achievement, and that's
Of
never
course,
gonna happen
man.
anytime soon.
Yeah, but the thing about that is that when that happens, I mean, the world population, we're gonna have to go somewhere else because
Yeah.
that's gonna be like crazy overpopulated. People
Yeah.
living for that long and not dying.
Yeah, well, Damani, if you can live for that long, and especially if we have the technology, dude, you can travel to planets.
Yeah, of course, that'd
You know
be
what I
dope.
mean?
I would love to do some shit
Yeah.
like that.
If you can live forever, like I don't care, like shit. If I know I'm gonna live forever, I'll take light years to get to a certain planet. So I just hop planets in between. 'Cause you can do that. Imagine if
Yeah,
there's
that'd be
there's such
dope.
thing as I don't know, like hypersleep or something like that. You can put yourself to sleep and travel for ages, and you're in just some type of suspended animation or whatever the case may be. Like yeah, that's lit. I would love to do something like that.
Yeah, of course. And you know that you're not gonna like wake up dead or
Exactly.
or whatever. Yeah, I mean, the only thing you gotta watch out for is aliens and getting like your face ripped off. But besides that, you're good.
I would love to do that. I would be down for that. I would be the first to volunteer, if that was the case. Yeah, man, that's absolutely bonkers. If
Oh, so you would volunteer? You would volunteer to go out in space?
well, not
But
space, but do like some type of experiment to extend my life. Like, that would be awesome. You know what I mean? Like, would
Okay,
you,
true.
if you
That'd
had a
be
chance
cool.
to live forever, would you take it?
Yeah, of course. Because I
Exactly.
can always go out whenever I want. So say I'm like 400, 600 years old, and I'm like, yo, I'm kind of tired of like seeing everything. I've done everything. I'm just like, I'm ready to go. I could just, I don't know. If I could turn it off or something, it feels like a switch.
So
That'd be kind of cool.
So, if you could live forever, what age would you want to stop aging at?
Oh, I would want to stop aging probably, yeah, probably like 30 or like 29, 28, 29, yeah. It's like perfect. Be
You wanna
like
stop-
old enough, but not too young. I want to have like, a body that I could do stuff with.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to like stop aging like at like 15 or something. That'd be, no. But yeah, like probably like 28, 29. Why, what age would you pick?
Probably like 20, 22, 23.
All right, true.
Just,
All right, so what about this? If you could live forever, but while you live forever, so as you age, you would age like all the way to like 90, and then you would be like Benjamin Button and age all the way back to a baby, and then you can live forever, but you just do that like forever. You get real old, and as you reach a certain like peak age, then you revert back to a baby, and then you grow up again, and then revert back to a baby, and then grow up again. But you can do that forever. Would you do that?
no.
What? Are you serious? Why?
Because I would never want to go through puberty that many times, first of all. Yo, puberty sucked, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What, for real?
Yeah, man.
What's wrong with puberty, man?
First
Puberty's
of all,
magical moment.
No, bro. I remember I had some, like, bad moments, bro. Like, fuck that. No, bro. Like, that
You
shit
had
was
horrible moments all the time, man. You have horrible moments at funerals and puberty.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
It was horrible, bro. Like, yeah, it was awesome. I was starting to get muscles, you know what I'm saying? My beard was starting to grow, and that's what I hated, dog. My beard used to grow under my neck. Like, it didn't even grow It didn't even grow on my chin. It grew under my neck, man. Like, I looked like a leprechaun or some shit. Like, it was crazy.
So stupid. Yo, are you serious? Hold
Yes.
on, man. You really have him walking around with his furry ass throat?
I hated that. And then
Yo,
when I just turned 13, my face, man, broke out so bad, like really bad, bro. Like, and I used to,
Damn.
I right after lunch, I would go to the bathroom, and I carried this like black soap around with me. As soon as the bell rang, I went and washed my face.
Oh,
like,
to
I
go
did
wash
that.
your face.
Yeah, and then right before I left, because I was in high school. You know, I used to go home and try to holler at girls while I was on the way home. So I used to want to look fresh because I went to the school that I went to. We wore a uniform. We were in uniform and a tie, and whenever I hop on the bus, when the bus would take this at this time I was living in New York, and I was going to Holy Cross, and when the bus would go downtown and whatnot, we'd pick up like the St. Francis girls or some other schools, and they'll get on the bus. So I used to make sure, like,
can't have no acne on your face.
Yeah, I look fresh, and you know what I'm saying, like whatever.
Well, I mean, that's just life, bro. I mean, everybody that goes through puberty gets that acne, man. Because I remember when I was going through puberty, I was getting, used to have that Rocky Mountains, bro. From the top, like my cheekbone, all the way to the other cheekbone, but it wouldn't have like any underneath.
What's the Rocky Mountain? Is that the braces?
No, bro. Rocky Mountain's mad pimples, acne. Oh. And like little greasy forehead where it's like no matter what you do, your forehead is always greasy. Yes. It's like, oh fuck.
No, bro.
Crazy, man.
I would not go through that, bro. I hated puberty, bro. Hated puberty. Yes.
Woo. Yeah, but it's also magical, man, because you're still learning stuff about yourself.
No.
And your body's changing. You're kind of like,
No.
Yeah, bro. Man, puberty's dope. But you get to
live
forever,
I remember,
man. You get to live forever.
This was like the worst of them, bro. So I ran track. And I don't know if anybody out there run track and see some of the beautiful women in their outfits. It's they look pretty
especially
amazing.
with that track body.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
So just imagine you having what do you call it? Your one piece on, and you're gonna go run, and one of those ladies walk past in front of you. You catch a real glimpse of their body, and you got a one piece on, and then your meat just, you know what I'm saying? Like your manhood just gets all excited, and it's pretty embarrassing sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you can't
even run, especially if it happens while you're about to race.
Exactly.
Like,
you gotta kind of try to fix yourself.
I'll lose.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying, bro. Like I didn't like that. I mean, it's not to say anything was wrong with that, but that just sometimes it got me in a very uncomfortable situation. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that definitely does happen. But man, look, all you gotta do is just man up, own the situation, and just run with a full-on boner. You'll be fine. You still get first place. Nobody will forget that day.
No, man.
And you'll be like, straight on boner.
No. Had some very, 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 very bad experiences, man. With
bro. That's probably one of the things I like about puberty. Like you would be like in your classroom, whatever, in high school or whatever, and you got like one of the little hot what is it? One of those teachers. Like, what is the substitute teachers?
Yeah.
Dog, I remember the substitute teacher that we used to have over in Lake Howell, man. I can't remember what her name was, but I remember her face. But she was like, I don't know, we were like, what, like 15, 16, and she was like, I don't know, like 22 or 23. So that's the thing about teachers, bro. I didn't realize how young teachers were until I got older.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, you're a teacher. You're like 21, and you're like a high school teacher. I'm like, you're mad young. I don't know. But when you're in high school, you don't think about it like that. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, I remember we had one of those substitute teachers, but she was mad young. Bro, every time she would be just, oh, you got any questions? Like rubbing your hand, walking past, got this nice smelling perfume on. And you're just like, oh, man, can't stand up.
Like, exactly. My point exactly.
That's probably the only cool thing, but as long as you don't got to get up and do anything, that's cool, bro. I mean, obviously not anymore, because, I mean, you can't be 40-year-old walking around with a boner all day. It's like, okay, think about it, man. Boners are only acceptable for younger dudes. If you're old walking around with a boner, it's like, it's mad weird. Damn. Yo, damn, I never actually thought about that. Actually think about it, because think about it. If you got like a little toddler, right? Oh, man, okay, fuck that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. But everybody knows what I mean. There's a certain age that you get to where if you're walking around with a boner, it's fucking gross and it's like very offensive. As opposed if you're like young, it's like, oh look, this guy got a boner and everybody's laughing at him. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh man.
Man, quit making this weird, man. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Anyways, so
stupid. All right, so yeah, let's get back to this talk about death.
That's our conversation about death.
So stupid. How the hell do we even get on to that topic? All right.
I have no idea, man, but that was hilarious.
Okay, so let's get back right on to topic, guys. Okay, so we're talking about... Oh, man, there's another question I have for you about death. Okay, so how about this? What do you think about people that, like, nowadays, instead of getting, like, cremated or embalmed or anything and having, like, an open casket funeral, what a lot of people are doing now is that they would like, bury their body, like... I don't know, not in a casket, just like throw the body in the ground. Well, not throw the body in the ground, but respectively put the body in the ground and then bury it and then like plant a tree on the body. And then obviously the body's going to be the nutrients for that tree. What do you think about those kind of funerals? Would you do that?
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, that's pretty tight. Yeah, so that way like the trees in the family, I don't know, the kids, your great grandkids can like use that tree, like swing off of it or whatever, like have swings or whatever. That'd be kind of dope.
So
but there's a lot of people doing that lately now.
How do you think that graveyards should be turned into stuff like that?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It'll be kind of weird because if you got a graveyard full of like 200 people and like 200 people are dead and they're all trees, it's like kind of like a haunted forest if you kind of think about it. So I mean, it's very like environmentally friendly, but yeah. I feel like it'll be like kind of weird walking through a forest like that. Like every tree is a dead person.
Because I think it's better that way. Cause really think about it, Damani. There's 7 billion people on this earth, right? Eventually, you're gonna run out of spots to bury all these people. Especially if the earth goes on for another couple millions of years. You know what I mean? So I always think it's better to just, I don't know, renew the land, bro. Plant a tree and let the tree, you know, do its thing. All
right, true. So then you're pretty much saying like, get rid of graveyards because graveyards take up too much space. Yeah, get rid of the cemeteries.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, bro, you know, the world is expanding, bro. There's more and more people that's born every day, and eventually burying a person is not going to be feasible anymore, bro, because all it's going to do is just take up space, which you think is, we're already encroaching on animal territory, you know what I'm saying? And we're using land to bury dead people. Like, you know, I think in what's that doing? It's not really doing anything, because eventually what's going to happen, the body's going to decompose, it's going to turn into bone anyway, so
why it's not? Taking up a lot of space. Yeah, and the thing about that, bro, I've seen some cemeteries that are really big, man. Like when I went to Boston probably like a month ago. They have cemeteries over there with like that still have like Thomas Jefferson's body, like and like I don't know, like royalty that used to live in the Boston area. Like they still have their cemeteries there, like tombstones and all that stuff, taking up all this space.
I know there's a lot of land in this world, but, you know, I don't know. I just think it's one of those things where it's going to get to the point where burying is not an option anymore.
Yeah, but that won't be like until like at least a while from now.
Yeah,
at least probably like
I know it will be,
21, like 2200 AD.
Like I said, man, I stand by what I told you earlier. I think funerals is the weirdest thing ever. just the whole ritual in itself. Um, I've watched different documentaries on different ways how society has buried the dead. You know, down from from starting point to what I said earlier in this conversation, where the Egyptian would bury the dead with coins
Mm-hmm.
or with certain valuables. Um, how the Vikings would bury the dead with coins over their eyes. I don't know if that's the Vikings or the Romans. Just different rituals. Like you were talking about, putting like the death in the canoes or the little ship or whatever boat and pushing them off and then shooting the arrow and burning them that way.
Yeah.
Just different ways, man. And I find it fascinating, that there's so many ways, but at the same time, I just think the way that we choose to do now, comparing to some of these other societal ways, it's just weird. Um, and obviously, different cultures have different ways, of
Yeah,
doing
true.
of
Yeah,
burying their dead.
everybody has their
Yeah.
own death ceremonies.
Yeah. Every culture
And that's
has different
interesting.
ways. Every religion has something different, and I think uh, it's fine. It's okay, but for the majority of them that still looks at the whole body and just I just think it's very odd.
Well, nah, bro. I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on what kind of funeral you're used to, and as long as nothing traumatizing has happened to you, then I guess you wouldn't think it's that weird.
I know.
But damn, bro, you got to figure out what kind of traumatizing thing happened to you, man. You don't like funerals in any way, shape, or
Nope.
form, man.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
I mean,
nope.
it's not like the best joyous of occasions, but I mean, I've been to a number of funerals, and I've been to like a couple of open casket funerals. Yeah, they are kind of weird, but it's like I don't know. I'm not like traumatized by it or whatever. The only thing I don't like about open casket ones is like when I was younger, like looking at the body would really freak me out. But now I'm kind of over it now.
You're older.
It's still kind of weird a little bit, but
Yeah.
not as bad when I was younger. But yeah, bro, it's funerals, man. That's just life, man. It's a process of life, bro.
Yeah.
Death isn't the best part, but it's a part.
Yes, it is. All right, guys. Well, we've come to the end of the show. We're gonna wrap some things up. Leave you with something you can go mellow on or mellow
Yep.
on.
Yep.
But
Definitely go mellow. And definitely, guys, tell us your thoughts. You guys should definitely tell us your thoughts. You can get in contact with us. You can follow us on Twitter.
And you could call Damany at 407 Damany.
Oh man, shut up, man! Stop doing that shit, man. Get out of here. Stupid. All right, so you can follow us on Twitter and give us your thoughts and ideas on this little conversation that we had today. Twitter is gonna be Mike and Damany. That's it. And then you could YouTube us, Mike and Damany Show, or you can also find us on Facebook at Mike and Damany Show, and just give us your guys' point of view on this death and open caskets funerals. Like, what do you think about open casket funerals, and do they freak you out, or do you find it as like one of those situations where you get to look at your loved one for the final time before you never see him again? So hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on YouTube, or hit us up on Twitter, and looking forward to see what you guys got to say about that. All right, Mike, you can close us out, man.
Hey,
What's up?
I can't follow that. Go in peace, y'all.
Go in peace.
Yes, I said I can't follow that. You got it. That was a good outro, bro. Now I'm telling them to go in peace. All right. Thank you guys for listening.
All right, guys, go.
I don't think Damany got that one. You guys have a good
No,
night.
I got it.
This is Mike.
This is Damany.
All right. Don't die.